I already cracked my fingers. Hey guys, Dante here, and welcome back to my channel. With the Burger Thought, it has been a very long time since we've had a good Sunday night stream. So I told the intern take a break. He was getting kind of obsessive with Cuphead lately. I'm happy he's happy, but he needs to calm down. Like he went to the store and he bought like one of these. It's like a Mickey Mouse. I think it's like a off-brand Mickey Mouse, like, I don't know, flower holder or something. Bang bang. But he got super upset. He's been getting super obsessed with Cuphead, and he bought one of these and he was like, I'm gonna use this for something. I can't do his voice. I don't know. So I told him, yo, take a break, man. It's been a while since I've had a chance to actually do a stream. So let's do a little update on what's been going on. I am well. I hope all of you are well. Let me lower the background music just a pinch. There we go. So essentially, I've been really busy with art projects, but not so many of them have been stream friendly. Like I just don't have a camera set up that works with it. It hasn't really been digital. A lot of it's been like hand sculpting. So if you check out any of like I still use the bird image, by the way. So Twitter or Instagram, I've been uploading images of like recent projects, sculptures for a toy concept I want to approach. I haven't updated my DeviantArt in a while. But I'm still actually active there. I actually go in there a lot to check out the few artists who are still there, while also rolling my eyes at the sheer amount of AI. That's a whole other story. But yeah, and just a reminder, I also have my own website, which is daburgosart.com. And it just has like a general gallery, a few portfolios. There's a few portfolio images of toy design, stuff I've done for short films, like makeup and costumes, and just general character design. It's not really a big spot, but it's a nice little area that has a hub to all of these links and more. And yeah, that's pretty much. I've just been busy doing like physical sculpting stuff. In fact, I'll show you right now. So, I got several, I always have a long list of projects and I always shift which ones take priority. So, for a while, the first one was just making excess amount of, making an extra stock of stuff I sell at conventions. I am officially doing Brooklyn Comic Con this year. That's in June. That is June 7th and 8th. I'm doing a smaller convention later on, known at that's called Bronx Anime, Bronx Anime Con or Bronx Anime Fest. Bronx Anime. It's been around for like 2 or 3 years probably. Smaller convention, gonna be doing that, and I'm on the wait list for Long Island retro gaming. They actually put me on a wait list, which makes me think that they got a lot of people applying this year. We'll see what happens. I did apply for New York Comic Con both as a artist and then as a table, a actual exhibitor. They said no. The artist, they always say no. The exhibitor said no because my work has a lot of fan work. So my work is my work, drawn and sculpted by me, but because it's a parody of certain Nintendo stuff, they actually told me no, because Nintendo's gonna be there. Nintendo's kind of weird, so at least I know, it's a matter of just I have to crack down on more my own personal work. But yeah, I will be doing conventions, not as many as I thought. So anyway, that priority got shifted, and my main priorities right now are finishing up my card game, Ascending Assassins. I gotta finish the artwork for that, and then do maybe 1 or 2 test plays, and that's good to go. The printing for that artwork, the printing for that card game, the artwork just comes out a bit too dark, and I keep losing like details, so I'm just gonna really work on that. And I also have come up with an idea for a toy I want to make, in the hopes of then pitching said toy to a company. Not so much mass producing it myself, at least at the moment, not. But that toy project is partly what we're doing today. It is several parts. The first part and the main gimmick is designing. Hey intern, is designing bugs, these like alien bugs that will then essentially be turned into a mold. So you're talking about a figurine, I'm making a figurine, essentially with a big old backpack. And the backpack is what we call a sandwich mold. Two molds that come together like that. And it will create alien bugs. So it's going to be a toy that creates its own accessories out of like Play-Doh, for example. So we started, as seen on my social media websites, with sculptures of bugs. And you hit that like, there we go. So this is like kind of like a centipede on a, he's kind of like reared up like this on like a 1-inch base, right? Then I did this kind of alien beetle. And then I did this big old alien praying mantis, right? So we originally sculpted these by hand. And I went through a whole process of making copies of these in soft silicone to then make a hard mold, because the idea is it's going to be a soft Play-Doh in a hard mold, which is the opposite of what I normally do, which is a soft mold to make hard resin copies of sculptures. So it was a big like, how do I do this kind of thing? It was like, how do I do this? Good news is, I did it. It worked out, but I just got too into it. These guys have too many nooks and crannies to make into a basic mold for something soft like Play-Doh. All the detail just gets lost. So I did a whole video. I did several videos of that I will eventually turn into a video of how to make something fail and then learn from it. That'll be something I'll be doing later. And then after I did those, I made these kind of like these simple pucks. So these are not a sandwich mold. This will be a mold you kind of just squish down like a cookie cutter. One is a roach. It's missing one of his pink eyes, but it is a roach. And one was like a cluster of eggs. Right? So, I decided, let's change it up. Let's not do it physical. Let's not do a physical hand sculpture. Let's go ahead and try and 3D mold, 3D sculpt, and then print a mold for these guys. Now, for those of you who might have seen my past videos, I only know SketchUp. Yes, I know that Blender has a great like sculpting tool, but I'm kind of this in between where I know a good amount of SketchUp and a little basic bit of Blender. So I can either devote a whole bunch of time to learning Blender or learn more through SketchUp. SketchUp is more angular. SketchUp is more for like machines and architecture. But with enough of a push, you can get organic shapes. It's a bit of a brute force, but it works. I like SketchUp because of its mathematical feature, like everything you can measure down to like the millimeter, which I know you could probably do in Blender too, but it's a whole new ball game. So I'm like, I just want to get back into it. I want to get into sculpture, so I'm just going to learn more and more in SketchUp. So I finally buckled down and bought SketchUp, and through that we have made one. This is a mold for the beetle. The beetle is going to be mirrored, so this same mold flipped, come together. That's your sandwich mold. We made the beetle and we molded him. That is on my Instagram page as well. And then and I mind you, these SketchUp models are obviously not one-to-one with original hand models. So I'm kind of like simplifying them, getting rid of the finer details to make it something that can be caught in Play-Doh. Then I have, this is the mold for our centipede. Once again, it's kind of reared up on its hind back legs. And then there's the back end of it. And these two come together and make one mold. These are test molds right now. These are all test molds. Eventually I'll have like hinges to just, sandwich it. That's what we've been doing. And these have come out great. These are pretty good to go. And so I switched away, right now I'm switching away from those molds, which are sandwich molds. I'm just gonna do the basic like cookie cutter one. So we are making, what you can see here, kind of like a roach body. We're gonna try and do the roach. And that's where I'm at right now. I am making these in SketchUp, and then I am 3D printing them, seeing if the 3D print, if the Play-Doh can go to the 3D print and come out just fine without it being torn by like overhang. Essentially, any one of these 3D models, if it needs like a support, the supports that 3D models use, if it needs a support because there's overhang, that's no good, because then the Play-Doh gets caught and rips. And check out the Instagram and check. Oh, I have a Blue Sky, by the way, a Blue Ski. I have to add that to the links. I have a Blue Sky, because Instagram's, it's not Instagram. Sorry, Twitter. We all know why people are leaving Twitter. Let it be because the algorithm's garbage or because the people running it are garbage, whichever one you want to go with. So I have a Blue Sky. So I've been re-uploading images, and you can check out the really good like Play-Doh modes that came out of these. I'm super excited because if these work, that's the main gimmick of this figurine. It's going to essentially be an astronaut with like the astronaut backpack, and it says astronaut, and from his backpack all these bugs come out. So you have this big kind of Funko Pop no, not so much Funko Pop with the head, but the material, vinyl, big chunky figurine, kind of like those old Power Ranger villains. Remember the Power Ranger monsters? They're this big chunky like figurines, like a big chunky astronaut figurine that's gonna basically double as an action figure and a toy that makes its own characters. This is all inspired by a combination of the old Ninja Turtle toys, mainly the one where the Ninja Turtles shell would open up and you could put in like a few of the accessories. The old Ghostbuster toys where every Ghostbuster came with a little monster, creepy crawlers, just things like that, and you could just and you could just it just had a wider range of play than just a figurine. And if you have a toy that makes its own accessories, you don't lose the accessories, you just make them. That's the idea. That's the mind. That's the what's going through my mind right now. So yeah, right now we're designing a bug. So I'll talk about SketchUp as we go through it. I just got a ping. Nothing big there. Okay, let's get into it, shall we? All right. So this is a platform. This platform is roughly the same size as this. It is 20. It's a little over. I think it's like an inch and a half. I want to say it's 25 millimeters. Yeah, I made it roughly 25 millimeters, which is how big did I make this guy? No, correction, it's not 25. It's bigger than 25. It's bigger than an inch. I think I made it 34 millimeters. Fun fact: the other bugs, so the discs are bigger than an inch, but the other figurines have an inch to 2 inch base, which means they make them great for like D&D stuff. So this is our disc. It's in Google SketchUp, so I can do the exact sizing I want. It is right now what we call a group. That means it cannot be like adjusted or twisted. It can only be moved around. Every time I get a shape right, rule of thumb, I copy it, which is why you have a copy there. Then I went ahead and I made a general kind of bug shape, which is why I made a copy there. And then I made this kind of like the part of the carapace, part of the body. So each of these are separate. Because the way I approach SketchUp, I make the shape. The way I approach SketchUp to get more organic shapes, I make the shape, I make another shape that kind of matches it, collide them together, and then I merge the faces, as it says, where it's in a perfect world, the two of them merged perfectly, and then you just kind of delete the interior of what's there. Doesn't always work out that well, so you have to like do some trickery. But then I just kind of add shape, and that's eventually what I got. So I went ahead and I made the carapace, I made this extra shell that goes on top, merged those together, there's that, I made this shape right here, this kind of like cylinder shape, that's actually much larger than it needs to be. I turned it sideways, sunk that in, merged that, I'm just merging shapes together, like squishing individual shapes together, and this is what we got so far. It's one-eyed, has two little antennas sticking out. It is a solid shape, because SketchUp has this thing where if you make it a solid shape, Yep, if you make it a solid shape, you could then put a box on top of that, like a solid shape on top, and it'll minus it, and that's how you get your negative. So this is our guy. This is our bug. Alright, he's bigger than he needs to be. I'm gonna shrink him down a pinch to fit him right on top of the disc itself. So yeah, it's a lot of it is a lot of tweaking. It's not sculpture. It's more like shape design, merging, and then fixing the edges. That way everything seals together. It's like making a shape and then welding it, then making a shape and then welding it on. That's pretty much what it is. I've also decided, rather than like I said, you could probably see the little pink bead right there. So rather than make the eyes bulbous, because it's hard for the Play-Doh to sink, it's hard for the Play-Doh to capture that, I make the eyes sunken in, because that's a lot easier. It's like poking a hole into the Play-Doh. And it also makes it look creepier, because they don't have bug eyes, they have hollow eyes. So it kind of works. Now the real issue is, okay, this is a group, okay, that's no problem then. I'm just gonna move him over, and we're gonna check something. So I'm gonna just gonna move them around. So mind you, it's in a group. So these crossing into each other, they don't get stuck. If you don't make a group in SketchUp and you put two objects together, when you go to put them away, they stretch and destroy everything. It is like working with two pieces of clay. They just end up pulling apart. Not pulling apart, they end up merging. When you try to pull apart, they stretch. So you have to make sure you make a group. That's also why I always make doubles. Because if I make a mistake, I want to have that double on hand. Up, 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 up. No, no, no. Come on. Let's make it 8. Okay. So it'll be sunk in about that much. I'm just doing a test right now, and we're going to uniformly shrink him. Let's bring him back down. So you can see it says on the blue axis. Another reason why I like SketchUp. You're working in 3D. So you're thinking you're drawing a line from here to here, perfectly horizontal. Then when you rotate the camera, you realize it's diagonal. Because no screen is 3-dimensional. With SketchUp, when you move an object, it sometimes locks onto the 3 lines. Horizontal, X, Y, and Z. And the blue line is the up and down, if you would. And so I can know exactly where something's going. And if I move it this way, I'm on the red line. There we go. I could probably bring it up again a bit more. On the, nope, come on. Come on, snap to the blue. There we go, on the blue. Just gonna move it up by 2 millimeters. Nope, that was too much. Edit, undo. One millimeter. Okay, let's bring it down by literally just a half millimeter. 0.5. There we go. So when I'm ready, I will ungroup my bug, ungroup this platform, and merge them together. Right now I'm just testing size and placement. So we still got to put some legs on him. We're gonna put little legs on him. Yeah, I think that's I'm also gonna move him over a pinch to the side. 0.5. Okay. You can probably see, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a red line. And that's the center of this disc. And his nose is more or less the center. So he is lined up perfectly. So there's our bug. That's where he's gonna live. This is where he will live. Now we're gonna just design some legs. We're gonna also sink the legs in partway through. Hey, Clitoris Rex, good to see you. Yeah, I'm constantly. Forgive me if you get motion sickness. I'm constantly moving around because you gotta like make sure you're on like a, what plane you're on. If I back up a bit, you could probably see. There's a blue line, a green line, and a red line. X, Y, and Z. And you need those to figure out where the heck you are. I'm gonna get rid of some of these. These dotted lines are actually a bunch of guidelines. I'm gonna get rid of them because they're just kind of visually cluttering right now. I have to admit, let me see, if I back up, try to get an idea of like, that's kind of how big he's gonna look. Just, I don't know if that works for you at home. For me, it does. I'm actually holding the disc and I could be like, hey, it's not that big. I did dedicate a lot of height to the curve of the disc. But I kind of like that. I kind of want that curve because I want to be like on a platform. We still got enough space to put some little bug legs in there. Question is how to go about it. Okay, how about this? Slightly rock it forward. That's what I'm doing here. You can tell. You see how the green line is moving away. I'm rocking it forward like that. Okay, there we go. Rectangle. Boom. SketchUp is great. Basically, I just drew a flat rectangle. It attached itself to the red and it traveled on the green. So this is a flat rectangle. Then just grab P for push. Was it pull? I forget. You click that platform and you just go upward. I'm going upward on the blue. And bam, you now have a three-dimensional block. That's it. I'm doing this because I'm trying to get a circle. This circle is on the face of the block. It is up and down. Let's go for... No, that's not right. Might be a bit too big. We'll try with that. No. Let's go for radius of 4. Right? If it's a radius of 4. 8 millimeters. Okay. Okay. I'm going to turn. Now we are trying something interesting. Stand with me. Stay with me on this. Where is my curve tool? There is a 2-point arc. So you click one point, you click the other, and then you could drag out an arc. So I'm going to click that. It'll grab onto the center. That's another reason why I like SketchUp. Everything grabs onto the center of a line, the center of an object. It's a really, really pinpoint as opposed to just freeform sculpting at the moment. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to go across. I'm just going to click the edge. I'm on the red, so I know I'm going in a straight line. I'm going to click that, and if I pull away... Nope. I'm on the green. You see it says green axis. And I'm going to go for 5. That. So. See, that looks like a line, right? That looks like a straight line. It's not. You have to turn it 3-dimensional. It's actually a single line looping. And it's just a line. There's no like in between. If I was to do a line from this point to this point, it fills it up. Now it's filled. And there's a top side and then there's a underside. Essentially, when you do a model, this blue side should not be seen from the outside. It's how the program knows what's inside and outside of a model. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna click this path, and I'm gonna use a tool that is called the Follow Me. Follow Me is a bit tricky. I'm actually working larger than I need because sometimes when you work smaller, the program doesn't know how to like do the math, and the object won't follow the object. And what I mean is, this circle is gonna follow that path I clicked, and it should do that. And that's how you get a cylinder. But there's also little things like it doesn't, because of the angle of the curve, it didn't like go directly from here to the side. It kind of like made a hole. You can see the inside of the box. That's not what I wanted, but the general shape is what I was aiming for. Let's get rid of him. Okay, let's get rid of all this stuff. We don't need this. So I'm deleting the lines. When you delete the lines, it deletes everything else because there's no frame for. There's no frame. You delete the line. If you delete the line, the in between disappears. Uh-oh. Part of the original circle I drew is inside this shape. So we're gonna have to do a little cleanup. A lot of the way I approach it results in me needing to clean up a lot of stuff. In fact, if I was to just use the general arrow and like double click right into it, you can even see the indivisible wireframe that makes what it is. That, okay, let me get rid of that and get rid of that. And inside is the original curve. Let me make a line here and reseal this. And you see it's not a perfect circle. It's more oblong. It's because the angle in which I did the curve was so tight, the original circle like had to kind of twist with it. If I just did a straight line, that circle would have followed it and stayed as a cylinder. This is a cylinder. It's just not a cylinder as perfect as you would like. Okay, so where are we at now? What do I want to do with these legs? If I was, in truth, if I was to just grab this face and then hit the scale tool. Okay, scale. Would it? See, it doesn't like this. This is one of the problems I have with this tool. I mean, this program. I'm shrinking the face, and your first instinct is, oh, it's gonna become a cone. Not really. If this was a cylinder, it would do it perfectly. Remember how I triple clicked and it showed all the hidden geometry? It's basically shrinking it from there. You can see it now. It only shrinks it from that geometry. So, you know, it doesn't really do what I want, if that makes sense. So let's undo the scale. Now if I wanted to, I could take a pen and like draw this geometry, like purposely make a frame around it and shrink that, and then shrink the next one, the next one, next one. I could probably do that too. Is none of this showing up on the stream? What is going on? It's like literally none of this showing up on the stream. Okay, so my cursor is, but nothing I'm doing is showing up. What? I'm gonna do a little. I'm gonna. Maybe I need to refresh it. I'm gonna refresh it. Yeah. Oh, that's really upsetting. That's really upsetting. I'm here giving a freaking lesson, not a damn thing showing up. Is that it? You jerk. There was some setting that was like set to automatic, and it was like just taking the still frame. Wow. Okay. Alright, as I was saying before, made this shape. Then I made this shape. Overlapped them. Merged them. Cleaned up the mess. Cleaned up the seams. Rinse and repeat with every single shape. Let me make sure it's still following. Okay. And that's our bug, sunken partly into the platform. That way, when I merge these, gonna have to definitely fill in that space there. But when I merge them, yeah, that was weird, guys. I'm so sorry. All right, so now I gotta figure out how I wanna approach the creepy legs on this guy. You know what? Let's try something. So I am going to go ahead and actually draw out for now. I am drawing the actual anchor point on this. If I click away and I click it, it'll only do one at a time. I'm trying something. We are trying something. Rotate, rotate, rotate. I have to get a new mouse or something because the scroll is what helps me zoom in and out, and I think mine is kind of losing its sensitivity or whatever because I tap it and it whoop, zooms like right across into the distance. So it says endpoint to endpoint. So there's a lot of like, it clicks. So if you're anal retentive, this is a good program for you. I am gonna try and learn a bit more Blender to hopefully do the sculpting. Like just straight up just do sculpting in Blender. The donut tutorial is great for Blender if you want to learn every single detail. You don't have to do that. I learned that the hard way. So now watch what happens. Am I upside down? Where am I at? There we go. So now I click it and only this gets highlighted. So if I do that, if I try to shrink only this, what happens? What happens to the shape? Yeah, I'm free. I'm not doing it uniform. I'm like free shifting between the green, the red, and the blue, which is why the shape is like going all wonky, but I like that though. It does look cool like that. Now let's see if I could pull it straight down from there. Just on the red. There, keep the narrow. Yeah, that looks good. Keep it. It gets narrow. I like that. That looks good. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm just making up shapes right now. Let's put it right there. I'm gonna delete these lines. So now, gotta really zoom in. Sometimes you'll miss a singular line, like right there. Right there. Now that's one shape. Nope, oops. See the blue on the inside? Now if I grab this, I'm gonna pull this out. It'll pull from, it'll pull directly out from like its face. Whether it's parallel at 90 degree or 47 degree, it'll pull directly from its face. I'm gonna pull that out just a pinch. Actually, how much did I pull that out? I always have to look at the math because it looks big, but I'm only pulling it out like a single millimeter. No, you need more than that. So I'm gonna pull this out. Let's say 4.5 millimeters. Oh, see, I just kind of gently tap the scroll button. So I'm gonna do, going to once again click all the highlight, and I'm gonna go ahead and attach this to that. Makes a perfect wall. I'm gonna attach this to that and that. So I'm basically making a framework. And I'm also doing cross frame. So let's look at it from the top. I'm gonna make a narrow, not like it narrows even more to a little bug hand. And so I can delete some of the inside stuff. I don't need that inside stuff. Endpoint to endpoint. Oh. And come on, click endpoint to endpoint. Endpoint to endpoint. And then we do the in-between frame, the in-between, I say frames like it's animation, but like the in-between lines as well. I mean, it is like it is a frame. Let me zoom in here. Get in here. There you are. Okay, so we're going to delete that. We don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. We'll do that. We'll do that side in a minute. Oop, oop. Careful, careful. Zoom out. Reposition the camera. It's constant repositioning, constant turning left and right. So we're gonna take this and probably gonna sink this halfway into the ground, because it's gonna be a push down mold. Everything needs to be rounded. If it's rounded and then it indents before it hits the bottom, if it's like this and here, the Play-Doh gets caught in the curve. You want it like that, just like the top of an arch, like the McDonald's arches. A nice curve. Turn this a bit more. point to endpoint. Where's your endpoint? Nope, that's the midpoint. Endpoint, there we go. And then U is another endpoint somewhere here. There's the endpoint. Sometimes you can't even see it. You gotta like do that. Now you see it. Oh, okay, give me a second here. Let me turn it. That way I could get a better idea of what am I attaching to. It's like stitching back and forth. Nice. On top, it'll look like that. We're going to shrink that down, of course, but that's our bug arm. You know, just for the heck of it, I'm going to also pull this out a bit. That way, it can sink into the body better. Into the body when we attach it. Where is my? I think that's the half circle on top. Yeah. What I want to do now is see if I could use this half circle to, like, round off using the follow me tool. Just gotta figure out how you. The follow me tool is a bit interesting because it's really based on like, if following from the center of the circle. That's different from following from the base of the circle. Like it curves on that line differently. It follows differently. So watch. I'm gonna. Nope, that's wrong. First things first. From right there, I'm gonna come out. When it's purple like that, that means it's like its own geometry. It's not. It's because it's at an angle. It's not on the red, the blue, or the green. So I'm just gonna have a random. Oh, that didn't help me. Where's my guide point? I'm just doing a random guide point further out. The dotted line is now how far away I went. So let's. That's annoying. Let me just draw a line instead. There we go. That's parallel to the wall, parallel to the face. There we go. That's what I was looking for. That's parallel to the face. So if I click this and click that. Now the real trick is moving the mouse around for it to like actually line up the arch I'm trying to do. No. I need to turn. I need to look at it almost parallel. Well, perpendicular? It's that one, right? Yeah, it's that one. It's that one. From point. Nope. Wait. There it is. Sorry. Ah, see, it's like, that is not what I want to do. Let's undo that. Let's just undo that. What if... on the green. 0.5 on the green. Nope. 0.5 is too small for it to understand. So let's go 1 on the green. How is that? Nope. It's curving towards the, it's curving. See, this is a struggle, trying to get just the right angle. Should be on the blue, right? It was on the green. From point. I'm just moving the mouse until I see a marker that says half circle. But what angle is it at? That's not what I want. On the blue. There we go. On the blue axis. So that should be up and down. There we go. I'm going to click that. We're going to bring up the follow me tool. And, oh, it just went wonky with the geometry. It has no idea what it's doing. It's like, what? Edit, undo. Oh, that's no fun. How big is this? It's 2 millimeters. I'm going to shrink this down. It's going to be 1 millimeter. I was just trying to arch it, but to be honest, by the time we shrink it down, it won't even like register for the 3D printer. So I think we're good here. It doesn't know what it's doing when it. Yeah, the smaller something is, even though it looks big on the screen, it's still a small object, and because of that, the follow me tool has trouble. Which is why whenever you try and do ball joints, like when I'm trying to do a perfect circle, especially when I'm trying to do a perfect circle, if it's small, it just never does it. It just disappears. Like it just did right now, how it disappeared. So sometimes it's best to do a larger object with the follow me tool and then shrink it down to the size you want. At least that's what I've discovered. Gonna make group. Gonna make this a group. And as I said earlier, I make copies of everything in case something goes wrong. Nope, stay. There we go. We are going to uniformly shrink this down. Let's shrink it down to 0.5, half its size. Bring it over on the red. Nope. Oh, actually on the green, to be honest. 8.5. Nope, that was not right. That was interesting. Bring you over on the red. On the green, like I said, 6. Why is it doing that? Edit, undo. Oh, my eyes are going crooked, that's why. It's 18. That's that. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. Let's bring it down. So now bring it down on the blue. See, I'm trying to bring it down, but it's, it's a mouse. It's the 2D directional mouse, so it's traveling on the red. Oh, now we're on the blue. Okay, we're on the blue. Let's bring it down 3 millimeters. Oh, that's like perfect. Look at him. That is perfect. Yeah. Is he? Yep, he's right up against it. Right up against it in such a way that when I merge, I might have to do a few lines. I might have to draw a few lines to make that really clean. But I think that's good. Oh, what do you think about that as a leg? What do you think about that for the legs? So I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy paste, and we're going to try oh, I want to flip that around. Come on. I'm trying to rotate it, but it's like it's rotating from a distance rather than rotating from a It's like you grab here, and you want to rotate like this, but it acts like you're grabbing way over here, and the whole thing rotates like a disc that you're grabbing from different points to rotate. So there is a flip tool, so you could just like do that. Or no. Okay, so that mirrored it. And now, if I use the actual rotation, on the red, and now, let's go, let's say 140. There we go. Let's move this. Oh, no. Okay, so once again, we're going to move it over on the green. Then we're going to move it down on the red. Come on. Come on, red. No, I mean blue. Come on, blue. Blue, but we're only going to move it like 3. That was way too much. Okay, try again. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can move it a bit further out. Just 0.5. That's on the edge. Those front legs are sticking all the way out. Usually the bugs have back legs that stick out. Maybe that's what's bothering me. Maybe. Can we rotate this in a way I like? We're just trying to find a good orientation for this. That's nice. That's better. Yeah, and it's still within that top plate. Okay, okay. And now, copy paste that again. Let's do the flip tool. Nope, that is the size tool. Let's do the flip tool, please. Flip it on a green axis. And then we're gonna try and rotate that as well. Let's move him over on the green. He is beneath for some reason. Moving on the blue to about right. Oh, no. Right there. Move it on the red. We're gonna try and rotate it again. We're not going to flip, we're going to rotate. Come on, come on. Grab onto that. You gotta be careful because this little ring, if it's not flat on the model, if it's off by a pinch, it rotates the model completely. Like it will take, rather than, like, this is a banana. So if you don't put it flat and anchor it to, let's say, the green or the red, it won't rotate like this. It'll rotate like, it will like completely rotate in a weird direction. Okay, yeah, this leg's actually higher than the rest, so I'm gonna bring it down by like barely. Okay, on the blue, 0.5. There we go. Now they're all like sunken in at essentially the same height. I'm gonna move him just a pinch over. On the red axis, 0.5 again. There we go. Yeah, look at that. That looks real good in my opinion. Just grab all of them. We're gonna make them all one massive group. We're gonna copy paste. We're going to flip it around completely. Now this is the real pain. It's the real pain trying to get them to be equal to their brothers on the opposite side. We're going to have to eyeball this one. And once again, we're working on such a small scale, like it's not going to be the end of the world if it's off by a pinch. But you sticking out. Why are you sticking out? Oh, you're too far. Number one, you're too far down in the ground. That needs to come up. Edit, undo. Okay, so that's that. I have to sink you in a bit more. I think you have to move it in into the body. This on the green. Nope, nope. Put me on the green. Put me on the green. There we go. Whoop. Back it up. Back it up. Now rotate. Yeah, I want to say that's. Still a little forward. Still a bit too forward on the body. Traveling on the red. 0.5. Yeah, I want to say that's right. I think we got it. There's our little alien bug. His one-eyed alien bug. I didn't, it doesn't have the striations, the indents on the shell. Doesn't have the single line in the front for the mouth. But I think like the one eye kind of works with it. It doesn't have, well, first things first, we are going to go ahead and save this. I think we're good here. We're gonna collect all of this. Is several groups all in one. We're gonna copy, paste. We're gonna put over here. So what happens now is a true moment of truth. The reason I do each of these individual, because each of these, when I make a shape, I then do all the cleanup until the program tells me it is a solid. Because I can't turn it into a reverse mold. I can't make this reverse of it unless it's solid. This one I kind of cheated. The beetle I cheated, but that's another story. But like to make an actual like mold of it has to be a solid. So each of these individual shapes are solid. So I save them individually. Then I put them together, merge them, clean up until that's a solid. So all of these individual shapes are solid, but once I hit merge, all the pieces come together and it's not as clean as just like two pieces intersecting. When they intersect, there's always like micro adjustments, like a geometry that just goes weird. So you always have to clean it up afterwards. Now when I did the bug, originally, I sculpted all around him these little indents to make it look like he was crawling on the ground, like soil. I'm not gonna do that for this guy. I'm just gonna. I think we're gonna take him as he is right now. Just keep this as clean as possible, because not all the details will come up in freaking Play-Doh. Okay, that's the idea. This is the standard is, will a material like Play-Doh capture this shape? That's the standard. So, We got several individual groups. We have the disc, the bug, and the 2 sets of legs. We are going to save again. We are going to grab this. We are going to what's called explode. So now they're all slamming into each other. Why? Hold on. I didn't explode the legs. I gotta explode those legs. What is going on? Doot, 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 a doot. Explode. Okay. See all that geometry? Now, select all of it. Intersect with the model. They've all intersected. Now, if I go underneath here, we could delete this bottom shell just fine. These are all the parts sticking out. I need to get rid of all of it. So let's see what happens. I'm just gonna click with this. And this is the cleanup process. This is the part that takes me a while. Ooh, what is that? I already see something happening. Something happened there. We'll address that in a minute. What happened? What did I do that caused that to go bye-bye? Yeah, I think look at that. Just merging it caused a hole in the frame. Just merging it like that. So we're gonna have to essentially redraw these anchor points. Edit, undo. There we go. Like there was like a singular line that probably got erased when it merged. Yeah, so now there's the boring part. Well, boring for you guys. I'll try and talk as much as I can and keep you entertained. Are you not entertained? Yeah, so essentially, I'm now removing what's hidden inside this model. Because otherwise, it would not register it as being, watch, if I click this, all this whole bottom piece highlighted. If I scroll up, see that? That means I'm clicking the bottom, but the top is being shown. That means something didn't perfectly. That means somewhere there's a seam that wasn't created to separate the outside from the inside. So we'll address that. Right now, let's get rid of the obvious. So get rid of like this underbelly. If I click this side, yep, the whole top side is being highlighted. Something ain't right. Can I click this? If I delete that, and I delete this, and I delete that. Double check. Oh, we got a hold. Edit, undo. Edit, undo. What's missing? It might be this line right here, endpoint to endpoint. Might be that. I don't know. We're gonna get rid of the big chunks that we know. If I click him, Nothing there is being touched. Delete that. If I click him, nope, he's being touched. That needs to be fixed. See, even on the opposite sides, it's not always like even. Nothing there's being touched. I'll delete him. And I could go in and delete the lines. See, I'm clicking this, but the whole bottom platform's highlighting. Why? Is there an opening somewhere? There's an opening somewhere on this grid, on this line. It might be this right here. Endpoint to endpoint. Still, yeah. Luckily, Sketchup does provide an extension to help you find all of these little problems. And it's so Sketchup had an extension that was like Solid Salver. They had Solid Salver Part 2, which finds a lot of these mistakes and, if possible, corrects them. But so Solid Salver 2.0 would constantly be like, hey, your shape is now solid. You're good to go. But Sketchup itself would be like, no, it's not. And that was such a problem that there was already a freaking like Reddit page about it. Why does Solid Salver say this is fine and SketchUp doesn't? And someone's like, oh, you should use Solid Salver 1. It's better. And I'm like, oh, so they made 2.0 and they made it worse. So I downloaded both. One helps you automatically. One finds the details the other one misses. Okay, what am I missing here? Something? It might be right here. I feel like it is right there. So as I keep rotating from the outside, from the underside to the top, just making sure. Delete. Making sure that the seam is working. Delete. And this has been my life lately. I've been like diving into this non-stop, and I've been getting better and better at making these shapes. You know, finding out how to get a curve, how to get a certain curve I'm looking for, you know. If I click you, once again, the whole thing's highlighted, so something's not right. Yeah, because once again, when you merge on the face, it's supposed to make a perfect line where the mergers meet, like a perfect welding. Now there's no bleed from one to the other. There's like an actual cutoff. This is not happening right now. That's why when I click one spot that's surrounded by lines, everything around it is also being highlighted. That's the problem. So all we could do right now, my approach is, don't sweat the small stuff, get all the big stuff out the way. And then I can sit here with a microscope and like, look real close to the screen. In fact, watch, I'm gonna zoom. Look at that. Look at that. Tiny little bit I would have missed. So if I click that blue, is that blue? Yep, there it is. Showing up on this side. Did I solve it? No. I still gotta make something still off on like a micro level. Once again, we shall approach that later. To be honest, if I was just 3D printing it straight out, most likely wouldn't be a problem. the slicer usually can ignore a lot of these tiny mistakes. But what I'm trying to do, I have to fix these issues. Oh, I lost track. I was trying to rotate and I lost track where I was at. Well, upside down. I feel like to be a VTuber, in some level, you have to mansplain. This goes for women as well. It's like you have to just talk about what you're doing as if you're explaining it, even though it's being shown to the public. I'm not proud of it. I'm just saying. If I click that, rotate, wrong button. Okay, nothing there is being lost. Right? Yeah, nothing on top is being erased by clicking that and erasing that. Good to know. If I click this though, oh, that was a cutoff. Yeah, now it's being picked up. I see it. You see the actual like division, the line that splits the main body, not so much in half, but still splits it. Once I get a certain amount done, what I try to do, watch. Okay, so we're gonna close that up. Nope, I clicked the wrong. I clicked the wrong endpoint, so I need to get it from the very end, right there. There we go. Now we look like a solid object. So I'm gonna make it a group. It says a group. Tool. Solid Inspector 2. I'm gonna use it to fix a handful of things automatically. Everything in red are issues. So those are fixed. Bam. Just to kind of like, rather than, I do a little bit of work, then I let the machine fix. And do a little bit of work, let the machine fix. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Now you can't see it because it's blocked by my face, my lovely face. But when I click this, there's a little thing that says group. It is one model, but it's just a group. It is not a solid. And mind you, we're doing all of this to then make an invert, which will hopefully be the end of this process. If I click here, what happens? Delete. There we go. We are inside. We are inside part of the arm. If I click you, nope, you feed to everything else. You are connected to something. Okay, so we're not gonna deal with that. Gotta see, it looks flat. If I turn it ever so gently, oh, it's two platforms. It's a floating platform. Looks like I have a floating line right here. You see that line that's just kind of floating right next to my cursor, this guy? if I click U, everything is getting highlighted. Why? Just curious. Not gonna go nuts on it. Oh, it's because this is still an issue. That's an endpoint. Oh, there's a geometry. If I click this endpoint to this endpoint, and now, oh, okay. Something's still being fed to something else. Still gotta figure it out. But you could go away, and you could go away. All right, we're getting there. Rotate, make sure nothing on top. Yes, I'm always double checking both sides. Because I want to delete a whole bunch of things at the bottom just to find out that stuff on top went bye-bye. Ah, there's some weird geometry. And this goes there. No, wait. Let me get really close. U to U. It's not drawing it for some reason. I bet you. If I delete you. Okay, that's my problem. I drew you back in. If I select you. Oh, wait. There we go. Boop. Oh, at least we got rid of one of the walls. If I select you. Awesome. But there's still a little piece sticking right here. Uh-oh. Are you... Ah, you're bleeding through as well. Okay, why are you bleeding through? What is going on? If I delete that, there we go. What I hate is that there is a sense of it sometimes auto-grabbing what's nearby. Like you want to click a particular point, but it decides to click something else. And that's a pain in the butt, you know? Don't stop me now. You guys, you are floating lines. Gotta get rid of you. I don't need you guys. Be gone. Be gone. If I click you, are you something on this side? You're not. So I'm gonna get rid of you. Get rid of you. So I gotta figure out what's going on right here. If I click you and I rotate, there's nothing on top, so I can delete that. If I click you, that holding. So this is probably the same issue that side's having. Yeah, right there. Why won't you just complete yourself? There we go. Why won't you be normal? Alright. Look at that. Okay, what is open? That's open. Okay, all of these are still connected somehow. File save, baby. File save. Oh, give me a moment. I just want to also want to make sure that we're feeding well over to, should have done it earlier. I just want to make sure we're feeding well over to the YouTube channel. Says we're live. Yep, okay, we're good. Yeah, we're good. I'm also gonna change my audio for a minute. Make sure we're still good. Wave hello to the camera. Okay, we're good. If I click this, the face is not being touched. Make sure I'm not erasing anything on top. Yep, we're still good. Now if I click him, hey, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Move, move, move. There we go, that's our inside. What is happening here? Alright, nothing weird happening. Good. Notice how there's, let me double click it. Notice how there's one line and then a dotted line, but there's a wall. It's like an incomplete wall. It's just like a free floating wall, pretty much. If I click this, this whole thing's connected. What is going on? If I click you, no one cares, so I'll delete you. If I click that arm, okay, so that arm is being affected. What about this arm? That arm is not being affected. What about this part of the arm? That is also not being affected. We're just going to get rid of everything that's not being affected. Then we could go in there and start delete it, and then we could, get rid of all the lines and stuff. But this arm is being affected. How about you? Nope. And you? Nope. Nice. What are you? Nothing that matters. Goodbye. Okay, we still have a broad area that's acting funny. Gotta figure out why though. Gotta find those seams and get rid of them. We'll get there. So we're playing what's called the chill music on OBS's, like OBS, Streamlabs free music. I'll tell you right now, that wasn't too chill. It was nice. Oh, I think I might have done something. Yep, something went bye-bye. Does that complete it? It does. And, oh, let me back up. Did we just actually fix something by deleting that one point? Yes, we did. That's what you want to see, baby. Anyway, so before I started streaming, I was listening to, you know, one of the many lo-fi channels on YouTube, and it was like piano lo-fi, and that was like perfect for like what we're doing now. Oopsie. I was trying to get this guy, this straggler right here. Like we need truly like chill music on OBS. And like the what's it called? The lo-fi music is nice, but a lot of it I believe is not streamer friendly. You get flagged instantly. We got a whole bunch of floating lines, which I'm sure the Solid Salvo would catch anyway, but I want to just get them out of my face. Still, everything's still being highlighted. Something is, I gotta find where a lot of this, like, where the missing lines are, where the missing welding points are. Because if they're missing welding points, if I click this, everything gets highlighted, right? But everything. That means it's issues everywhere. There we go. That's better. The good thing about the erase tool I'm using, unlike clicking the object and hitting delete, the erase tool only works on lines. I don't accidentally click and delete like an entire wall. Oh, something went bye-bye. Triple click. No major geometry, so I'm guessing it just goes right there to right there. And now it's completed. If it's completed, oh, there was 2 lines there. Delete again. There we go, now I can see it. Double check. That nothing on top just went bye-bye. Yep, our bug is still looking good. So what's in the art news lately? Huh? We have yet another banger in the field of independent animation. I'm talking about Pretty Please? Or is it Please? No, it's Pretty Please. Or Please Please Please. Whatever. Either way, let's say Pretty Please. I don't want to be a magic girl. By an artist I've been following for a while. Just on, like, I found them originally on DeviantArt. Then I followed them over onto Twitter. While DeviantArt was going downhill before Twitter went crazy. I mean, Twitter was never perfect, I mind you, but still. And now I'm still following them on Blue Sky. I'm low-key jealous of some of her because she's straight up young individual in the art field, in the animation field. She got some good animation credits under her belt. And went ahead and made a pilot. Obviously not by herself, you know, she had a team of people helping her, but it's her baby, it's her pilot. She wrangled the voice actress for Jessie, and if you know anything about the artist, that was probably like a happy moment for her. Yeah, Pretty Please, I don't want to be a magic girl. So I have this complaint about adult animation, not dirty adult animation, but essentially, if you say I have an animation, I have a cartoon, they're like, okay, cool, put on Disney Channel. It's for ages like 10 to 12. Put on Cartoon Network, ages 10 to 12. Depending on what time in Cartoon Network's history you would actually do it. Oh, it's not for 10 to 12? Okay, so it's probably like, it's gonna be freaking Family Guy, fart jokes, dick jokes, freaking Rick and Morty stuff. Like, no, I want to, like how Japan has a whole entire age range. This is meant for like teens and up. Like adults could watch it and teens could like it. It is not raunchy, but it's not child safe. That doesn't exist in the US. With the exception of stuff done by Gendy Tartakovsky. Unicorn or freaking Primal. Those are like the only two I could think of. Or Justice League, the original animated Justice League series. That was good for like teen and up. But everything else is like, it has to enter at like a young age and then sneakily put more adult stuff in it. Our House is a perfect example of that. Obviously meant for, the demographic is for 10 to 12. But as you watch a series, you're like, no, adults can watch it. Steven Universe, exact same thing. You have to sneakily add like quality animation under the guise of it's for children. So this is something that can only truly exist on the internet, because it looks like a kid's show that you would see on Cartoon Network or Disney Channel, especially because this young woman worked on Big City Greens. But the moment you hear the dialogue, you're like, okay, no, this is like for teens and up. But they're not just dropping F-bombs and dick jokes and God knows what all over the place. Like, there's no place for it on TV. I'm talking stuff like anything from Glitch, Murder Drones, freaking Digital Circus. I would say Hell of a Boss. No, Has Been Hotel, but I don't really follow it. But I know Has Been Hotel also leans towards a whole like, raunchy, crazy stuff. But like, there's no place for you here in terms of animation. So I'm happy that like independent animation is doing well, because there's just no place on TV for it. And you can't say Adult Swim. Adult Swim was the place for that, but now it's all freaking Family Guy and American Dad freaking reruns. Toonami maybe, but then Toonami plays it safe because everything they own is already it's already pre-made stuff from Japan, so they're not trying to do anything new. And from what I hear, Cartoon Network is gone. From what I hear, Cartoon Network like literally has shut down. There is no Cartoon Network anymore. We're not gonna get the rest of Unicorn. And I really want to know where Unicorn was going. Because the pacing for me was a bit odd at times, but like, I wanted to know what the secrets were of that show, right? What was the deal with the Fox woman, right? Like, who was she actually working for? Why was she afraid to lose? Like, what was her storyline? What's this? There's werewolves? Are you telling me that I just made something? I did. I was like, there was just so much potential. Probably never gonna get another season of it. And that wasn't just Gendy's stuff. Like, that was like, he didn't make that on his own. He had like other writers on that. Like, he was like a co-writer, a co-producer. Which I mentioned in the previous stream, which is why it was a little weird for me. Cause Gendy stuff is very it's like Samurai Jack and Primal are the perfect examples. There's a main plot. Well, Samurai Jack was even bigger. Well, even closer to that. If Samurai Jack had like a main goal and random individual stories, Primal was pretty much just random individual stories until like the last several episodes. And even then, it wasn't bad. Hey, what happened there? Who got deleted? What's going on? Endpoint. There we go. Yeah. Gotta be careful. You end up. I'm getting so riled up. I'm freaking deleting the wrong things. Let me hit file save for now. Oh, this freaking. Give me a second. Where are you? Where are you? Which one of you is playing? Next. Sorry. That is not chill music. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's underneath chill. Freaking horrible music. Let's get rid of some of these crosshatch right here. These little X marks. What are you attached to? You right here. Oh wait, I can get rid of you at least. There we go. Can I get rid of you? No, I can't. I'm just gonna redraw a few lines. Sometimes that fixes it. No, it didn't. What are you? What am I looking at here? You're inside the arm. Why are you causing me troubles? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Delete that. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. Still don't know why he's acting funny. Interesting. That was a weird piece of geometry. It's a bunch of tiny stuff here causing me trouble. Oh, is that what it is? Right there? Is this the line? Are you the line causing me trouble? Yes, you are. Whoa, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. Wait, something went bye-bye. Nope, that didn't help. If I click you, I go back. That's still you. Something here. I can get rid of this. There is something in here causing us a problem. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. So you see this? You see all this geometry right here? I can actually pick away at it to get to the very bottom and then figure out what's what. So I could do that and that. I could just do this on the top, right? Bring it all the way down. And then this will lead me to the culprit. In fact, rotate real quick. Nope, that's not helping me. I need to back away first and rotate. Show me your secrets. You're still highlighted. Damn you. Damn you. What is in there? There's something in there causing problems. Huh. Let me back up from it. Okay, so we're gonna do. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of some nonsense real quick. I'm gonna get rid of as much as I can. Oh, right there. There we go. So we got rid of the top half. And then we'll figure out why the bottom... We'll figure out where on the bottom the rest of it's connected. Yeah, we'll figure out the rest from there. So to continue the rant I was having, there just like isn't a place for. I'm just gonna say it. There isn't a place anymore for a quality bit of animation and storytelling to come up anymore on TV, right? You can argue, you know, Cartoon Network used to have the Batman animated series. You can argue, like even Clone Wars. Like Clone Wars was on Cartoon Network. And that's where they were telling their stories. So I remember when they said Clone Wars is now on Disney Channel. I was like, is it really? Are you gonna show me? Are you gonna show me a guy get stabbed through the chest with a lightsaber? I don't know. I don't know about that. Doesn't seem like your brand. You know, entertaining stories don't seem like your brand, Disney. There we go. We got the inside of something here. What else? What else in animations like popping up? Oh, they, I think, was it Glitch? Dropped another trailer. Dropped a different trailer. Gaslight something? I gotta check it out. There's already like fan art bouncing around about it. It looks really weird and like dark in its like approach. Not that it's like a dark story, I don't know. But more in terms of like its animation tone. It's like a bit like gritty. If that makes sense. That looks interesting. Okay. Now where here are we having our problem? Ooh, what did I just do? I deleted something, but it added this. So let me undo that. Oh, that's a separation point. Okay, interesting. If I click that, once again, is something being highlighted? No, wait. Oh, something went bye-bye. That was not supposed to happen. Well, I gotta do a lot of reversal. What did I hit? That I hit something that made... Oh, there it is. Something made that whole thing go bye-bye. Uh-oh, we're in trouble here. Ah, it's one of these guys. Shoot. That sucks. Alright, we gotta find... We gotta... Something here went wrong. Alright, we're gonna change it. We're gonna change it up. First things first. Nothing. Just gonna click all of these for a minute. Let me see. Anything? Nothing. You love to see it. Now we're gonna try this side. Do. Wait. Any of these? Nothing. You love to see it. Okay. Little tiny guy, way up here. Uh-oh, nope. Something did go wrong there. Just you. Okay, his face is still intact. His beautiful buggy face. Oh yeah, so in the field of independent animation, we've had 2 trailers pop up. Nothing yet regarding more about them. Ooh, that music. But there's the one everyone was freaking out about, where it shows like a Cinderella-esque princess having like a nightmare, and then apparently she is connected to, or she actually in real life is some kind of like Frankenstein-esque looking android, and she's like freaking out. Like that alone, so many people were like, yes, give us the lore, tell us. Tell us your secrets. So we got a few we like interesting. We have a few really interesting shorts coming up. That's oh, I think I see the issue here. Miss how much? Oh, there you are. You were the one I know about from the get-go. We saw him earlier. Look at that. And it is complete. Which means there should be one over here too. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Okay, if I click that and I rotate, yeah, nothing's highlighted. Perfect. So if I, nope, we still got a few gaps in the main frame. But we are getting there. Wrong button. Yeah, so there's the one with the weird princess, android, Frankenstein freak. And then there's new one now, which I'm gonna have to check out the trailer for. Gaslight. I gotta check out the trailer. Has something gone bye-bye? Has something gone weird? I think you need to go bye-bye. Right? Because you're inside the leg, and yeah, you're inside the leg. I could get rid of you. We could get rid of you. Just getting rid of these internal walls that I know are not needed. As far as I know. Nope, that's the wrong one. I clicked the wrong. See, I thought that was a wall, but if I go in and actually turn, it's not. It's the tunnel. So that was my mistake. Whew. Let's go back on top and look. Everything seems okay. Foul save, bitches. Let's make it a group. Let's get this thing to erase. Let's not erase. Let's fix what we can fix. Did you? No. explode. Okay, so we still have a lot of area that's like connected. This whole bottom half is connected and we don't know why. So like I said, in a perfect world, this will all merge when I hit merge with faces, but it never wants to cooperate. And thus we're stuck here doing all this cleanup. But hey, it's content. If I click you, what are you? Are you anything important? No, you're not. You can go bye-bye. Oh, it's still you. What are you attached to, buddy? Is it this right here? Are you the problem? Still. What is your problem? I just want to get what's visible on the outside cleaned up. Like I want to separate the two. Then I could then I can worry about all the inside nonsense. But I don't want to click something and erase the outside. Something is still connected. Like this right here. If I click this, the whole shell's connected. Just gotta find out why. Gotta get in there. Are you the issue right here? Is there a line that's missing right here? Endpoint to this endpoint. Oh, that's something. That separated something. No, oh, come on. I'm moving. I'm just at the wrong angle. When I move, I'm popping back outside the model. Okay, so you see I have a little micro curve over there. So let's click you. Oh, something's missing here. There it is. There it is. It's this to that intersect. And now that to that edge. Nope, don't jump. I want you. See what I mean? There's a little problem here. Oh. Are you separated now? Ayo! Yeah, baby. Be gone. Be gone, all of you. Still got a tiny guy there. Little microscopic guy we gotta zoom in on, but still. Gone, 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 gone. Still not perfect. But then again, who is? Okay, you. fight. Delete, delete, and delete. Let's go to top. So that was obviously something that was causing a problem, but I couldn't fix it. So I had to just go ahead and delete it. And there's our issue right there. So I'm going to triple click and just fix it from the outside. So that's that side at least. Just gonna do that. Oh. Which allows me to at least delete that. Oh, we can see his inside guts now. Yeah, look at that. That's what we want. We want all that inside guts. Okay. No, you don't. I scrolled too much and I'm back outside. This, we need to find out. Oh, it's the same thing on this side. So let's delete that, delete that, delete that. Let's get, now we want to get outside. Get outside and touch grass. Touch your digital grass. Still, not yet. Not yet. Where are you? You little jerk, where are you? Something here. I know it's something small. Something tiny. Something nearly invisible to the eye. What is going on here? We'll touch you in a minute. We'll talk to you in a minute, buddy. We're following our line. We're following our line. We're trying to find if there's a gap somewhere. We'll get there. But that's what we want. We want to see all the insides. Oopsie. Now, I'm sure there's someone out there who's like, actually, I've been using Sketchup for years, and there's an easy way to do all this. And I'm like, that shit, you know, send me a DM, man. Story of my life. You kidding me? When it comes to computer programs, are you kidding me? Story of my life, man. Just adding lines, see if I can find the culprit. Everything's still there, as far as I can see anyway. Okay, what are you connected to? Okay, what lines are being jerks? If any. Why did double lines there? Whoa, hello. That was interesting. It didn't highlight the entire line when I clicked it, but when I erased it, the entire line disappeared. Oh, your little nook and cranny right here. What's your deal? We could fudge it and just click that to that, and that completes that at least. Yeah. Not sure what line that was I deleted on that one, but that was interesting. Alright, what we're dealing with here. They are, even though they look like they're in sections, they are obvious, like that's connected to something, that's connected to something. That right there is fine for some reason. You are still highlighting that entire section. It looks like it's this. Oh, hello. So I completed something there. You can tell by the sudden change in dotted line-ness. Yes, baby. Alright, so that. But what this? Am I still connected to you? Where are you? That's the connection point. So, I could get rid of this guy, and this guy, and this guy, and this guy, and this guy. You are still an issue though. Why? Screw it. Let's do that. I'm going to delete that, and on the outside, we're gonna figure out on the outside what's going on. There. What is your problem? What is your triple click? What is your major malfunction? Nothing. I'm just gonna go ahead and connect you to. Oh, wait, no, I need to rotate that. What am I connecting you to? Okay. Okay. You have funny geometry here. So we're going to click you to you. Right? Let's click you to you. That completes that. And I freaking zoomed out too much. And let's anchor. Stop it. Let's anchor this all the way on the right to this obvious midpoint right here to complete the. It's all plating. Everything is all plating. So sometimes you just gotta connect the plates together again. You aren't needed, but you are. You aren't needed. You aren't. No, nope. That. What did I just click? Oh, interesting. Oh, right there. That's why. Oh, that was a double wall. See, I already deleted something and it's still there. Double wall. You're still connected to something. We'll figure you out. How about you? Delete too? Yep. Any problems out here? No problems. No problems I can see. What is that line? Are you just like a remnant of something else? Let me get rid of you. I don't believe you're really needed. Yeah, nothing on the outside got deleted from that. Same over here, I believe. If I get rid of you. Now I know that's connected to the upper frame. But nothing's going bye-bye. That's all that matters. Okay, that's you. Okay, anything on the outside being seen by that? No? If I delete it, nothing happens? Good. Oh, there's a double. Is that a double? If I click you again. Yeah, sometimes you get double walls. Like, oh, there it is. Yep, now you can see it. Yep, so we still got a bunch of stuff that's connected, but we don't know why. There's like a single line missing here, a single line missing there. Case in point, if I was to just do an arbitrary connection like that. Nope. Still connected somehow. Yeah, sometimes drawing the line just doesn't help. Sometimes you gotta delete and like rinse and repeat. So we've been at this for about 2 hours. And it's all just clean up, clean up, clean up. I was hoping it would go faster. Let's do another group. Let's file save one more time. As always, save, 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 save. We're going to use Solid Inspector 2. Stray edges. Let's fix that. Stray edges are gone. There's some areas that have holes in them. We're not going to do that. I'm trying to get rid of... It's going to fill up holes. I don't want to do that just yet. Okay. So at least I got rid of like a bunch of nonsense that we didn't need. It looks a lot cleaner though. Nope, still an issue. I'm hoping if I draw a line here and there, it'll begin to segment the pieces. Give me an idea of what is and isn't connected. Nope. No, we can do though. Might sound silly. But I could grab the whole thing and once again intersect with model and see if a double intersect, like doing it again, defines where certain edges are at. Like that. Sometimes you gotta do it a second time. Be gone. Okay, what else? Be gone. Be gone. Look at that. Ooh, wait, we lost something on the side. Let's step back for a moment. Oh, I didn't even notice it when it happened. Yeah, I gotta... There we go. There it is. There it is. Okay. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Rift model. Okay, nothing's really messed up yet. Oh. Okay. So that is separate from the rest. And we delete. Who's in there? Hey man, how's it going? That's what it is, man. It's a freaking struggle every step of the way. Are you visible from the top? No, you're not. Delete. Click that on. Are you visible from the top? No, you're not. Delete. There we go. We're finally making some progress on this. Are you visible from the top? Delete. Nope. Okay, so these are those. That section is still connected. Don't know why. We gotta figure out why. Are you visible? Delete. Are you visible? Yes, you are. It could be because of this right here. Yep, look at that. Look at that weird geometry right there. We have a non-existent endpoint to endpoint. We got like weird edges. Okay, that's that. I think you need to go bye-bye. Yeah. Something's not right. Something's not right. There is a line on the inside. There's a line on the inside that shouldn't be there. Ah, if I can find it. Right there. A little. So that creates a hole. Now we can see what we got here. Okay. And now you go there. Gotta rotate it to see what I'm looking at here. Okay, it's that. That's what we're looking at. So I gotta go from right there where it says endpoint to this endpoint, and hopefully, there we go. It's so microscopic, even if it prints weird, it's not gonna be an issue. Oh, finally. Let's see what we got. And we still got some weird connecting points, but some stuff is going away. Alright, what's going on in the chat? I hear a lot of beeping. What's going on in the chat over here? I mean, I don't have a multicolor printer. Like, that's one thing I don't have. I don't have a multicolor printer. If these 3D models are broken up into colors, which I doubt, because that's the freaking Mega Man bosses are very colorful. So I doubt they're broken up into colors. So I don't have a 3D printer that does multiple colors at once. Even then, that takes forever. But if you're looking for, like, just to do, like, you know, to print them out in basic white or basic black and then paint them, I guess, yeah. But they can't be huge, dude. They'll take me forever and a day otherwise. Okay. Let's see if we can figure out the seam that's causing the issue on this guy. Anything obvious? An obvious seam issue. Is it you? I could see something going on here. Alright, I see something going on. Let's do a line here. Let's do that. Well, something separated. That helped. I don't think that was it, though. Oh. It did. That was it. Oh. From the inside, I could see an issue here. First things first. First things first. Now, what are you showing? You're connected to something else out here. Yeah, it should be from the outside. What's going on the outside here? Bam! There's a line. And I can see something weird's happening here. So we're going to delete that for a minute. Which didn't... Oh, there you go. I can see it now. I was like, it didn't do anything. There it is. You to you. You to you. And you to you. And one more. There we go. Is that it? Right there? Nope, we lost something. Ah, shoot. Where are you, jerk? See, I just drew a line, but you don't see it. It's like it's inside the frame. That's usually the problem. It's not on this. It's not. It's like a welding. That's like a ghost welding. It's not in the frame. It's somewhere else. Still. Damn. This ain't chill music, but I like it. Why is this butt somehow attaching to the rest of the freaking body?
Oh yes, the sleeping pills.
Once again, we lost something here. There we go. What are you? What did I lose here? I lost this. That's what I lost. But this... You don't belong to anything, do you? Yes, you do. You're right there. Fudge! Oh, man. We're so close, people. Straight edges. Be gone. There we go. Let's do a quick check. I'm collecting all of this, clicking. I'm trying to see. Yeah, so a lot of that's gonna go bye-bye if I delete that. But why? Why? Yeesh, that's a lot of... There you go. There's a bit too much geometry. You're connected to that. I think it's because of this little line right here. Look at that. It's a little cross piece. It wasn't even a straight line there. It goes from there to there first, and then it goes from there to there. But it doesn't want to do it, at least not from the underside. I might need to scroll out. Yep, gotta do it from the outside. Okay. Now, try this again. Endpoint. Intersect. Doesn't want to do it. Someone doesn't want to cooperate. I'm trying to connect these lines, but it's not gripping anything. See that? I click it and it goes, nope, just disappears on me. So we gotta approach it in a different way. What that way is, well, that's the real fun of it, isn't it? He could go bye-bye. There we go. Okay, what are we looking at here? Maybe it's really just a matter of new anchor all the way downtown. Downtown, baby. Bam. Right? Another anchor all the way downtown. Another anchor. Now that I made those lines, I could attach those two. There we go. And sometimes you just gotta like rewrite the whole damn thing. And it's clean. Be gone. That's the wrong line. Whoopsie. Turn. Now I can see it better. Where?
Civil defense officials in Cumberland have told newsmen that murder victims.
Was it a freaking audio clip from Night of the Living Dead? Was that a freaking audio clip from Night of the Living Dead? Yep, this whole piece has to go. And it only bit off the very corner of it. Come on. All of it, please. Thank you. Delete that. Still an issue. You jerk. Oh, and you're an issue too. Why are you an issue? Oh, I can see why. If a piece that's cutting right through it, but it's not actually part of it. What's going on here? That's interesting. Let's go outside and make sure nothing like, oh, whoa, edit. Undo, pull and push, thank you very much. I grabbed the pull and push tool and it went, it tried to take it with it. I'm just doing the intersect with model over and over again. Intersect with the model, baby. Just cutting lines and realigning it. Hoping, fingers crossed, it works. Water tastes weird. It's New York water, but that water still tastes weird. I think it's time to throw out that bottle. Whole thing's highlighted. Well, we got a piece cutting in here. Oh, and we got something mangled over here. Look at this. Oh, that's all kind of messed up. Maybe that's what's causing the issue. Yeah, you are all kind of mangled. Nope, that's the wrong thing. You are all kind of mangled. What is your story, man? That. What is that? What is it? Okay, we gotta make sense of this. I'm sorry. something changed. Yeah, I think I just like deleted like a weird piece of geometry that wasn't even like a tab. Oh, hold on. Unless I made a big old hole. Did I make a hole right here? No, no, I didn't. It's a little triangle right there, no hole. This sounds like someone tried to make a rap version of the Stranger Things theme. Yeah, that's all mangled together. That needs to be addressed. What are you? Oh. Delete you. Delete you. Now, why are you both being highlighted? Your connection is weird. Why are you even being highlighted? Why is it two of you? Is there like a little tiny, whiny piece right here that I don't know about? Huh? Huh? What's going on? Huh? That's the whole freaking shell. The frig? You don't see it, I just saw it. That. Right there on the edge. That. What is that? Why are you like that? I don't understand. What have you done? Let's make some connective tissue. Does that separate? Oh, it does separate that at least. And it separates that. We just got rid of something. I flip it over and the whole freaking model's gone. It's like, no! I got rid of too much! There, at least I could get rid of this. Because like, I knew it had to be near the edge. I just didn't know where on the edge it was doing it. So something over here is connecting these two pieces. Is it... What are you about? I just... Yep. I'm trying to do some cleanup, man. Something is not right. There it is. You... need to be gone. And if I do a little bit of that, connect that to that, okay, and connect this to that. When you rewrite, when I delete this piece and rewrite new angles, obviously the shape is changing a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's like a micro level. So it's doing its job to seal it, but at the micro level, this isn't going to show up on a 3D print. Yay! We got a bot. Do bots count when I'm trying to do when it's like when I stream count when stream is what is going on? Why are you guys shouldn't be connected at all? What's going on? Sorry, but do bots count when stream is like, you have a brand new interaction today or whatever? Maybe I'm gonna delete this right there. That did not negatively affect anything. It was exactly what I wanted. So I want to keep that. I want to get rid of you. Right? Yeah, you I want to get rid of. Oh. Now, did it... I don't think it damaged anything. I say that. It looks like it's solid. You can see the highlights are different. Okay, you're the last one, man. Arbitrary line right down the middle. Okay, so it's not you. Arbitrary line right here. It's not you. It's something at the very tip of the toes. What is that? Get rid of you. There it is. There it is. There's the hole we were looking for. You little jerk. That was the problem. Okay. Okay, so we're going to see if we can fix it. We're going to grab that intersection. Grab that endpoint. Let's see if I click you. It's still showing that. If I click you, it's that. So we gotta redraw this, but the problem is trying to redraw it. That's the problem. Like if I delete it, I don't have any like really good guidelines to like redraw it. Because it's flat here. You know what? High risk, high reward. So, I'm just going to go ahead, click that. It says it's on the face. Just make a line. You see, how's that line look? A little further than I like. Let's try again. Grab this. Click here again. We're going to put it right there. Now if I turn it, yep, that'll do. You have to completely do it from scratch. Alright. And that triangle isn't on the ground level, is it? That triangle, no, it is. It is. Grab that, bring it to here. Grab that, bring it to there. Grab that, bring it to there, and I might have to, yeah, because it's not it didn't come down perfectly, so it is slightly angled. It's not like a perfect wall, it's slightly angled, so I have to do all the struts that go to it. And my wrist is hurting me now. We're at that breaking point, people. There we go. Delete that nonsense. Oh my god. Look at that. All those stray lines are gonna go bye-bye soon. I just gotta figure out how to address all of this nonsense here. Let me get rid of you. Okay. That's connecting over here. And over there. So we got a double connection here. Will this separate it though? Come on. Are you an endpoint? No, you're just on the edge. You're an endpoint. You're not. Oh, it did. Now, let's back that up. Gotta find out why these guys It's all of this mess over here. What happened to you guys? There's a hole here. Hello. Okay, I just deleted something. Yeah, why is this all connected the way it is? That is wild, man. This is wild on this one. Okay, you're nothing. I could get rid of you. And mind you, even after all of this, the computer may still scan it and be like, there are micro mistakes on this. It's like the worst cousin of micro machines, you know. Make a line, and we can delete this whole thing. I'm being a little cheeky. Trying to see if I could delete chunks of it at a time. That would then bring us closer to our goal. Yeah, I mean, I'm like tilting my head. This whole thing is like really weird over here. But let's draw some lines. Let's see. That's an endpoint. That's an endpoint. That's an endpoint. That's an endpoint. I'm just connecting the endpoints, hoping it will separate. Oh, I got rid of this at least. So I can delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Those are double layers. Look at those double layers. Those two are, these are still connected. That's not. That's not. That's not. Triple layer here. Okay, those are still connected. I could see why. If I could separate these guys, makes it a lot easier for me to figure out why certain points aren't deleting the way they should. Why when I click one area, oh, there we go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. There we go. Okay. So we've separated that. That's good. Let me click that away. Couldn't even see it, could you? So that's highlighted. And that's highlighted. So up. Is that it right there? I also see some little dot right there. What's the issue with that one? What's your story, buddy? If I delete you, if I click you right there, something just went bye-bye. Something microscopic. That little line was causing us a problem. Let's see how bad it got when I deleted it. What disappeared? What exploded? Anything? It was attached to something. Okay. you look at that? Okay, that's still you. That's you. What about you? What are you attached to? Nothing, I say? Nothing. Goodbye. Oh, I think we have a hold. Yep, we got a hold there. We could patch that up real quick. Endpoint to endpoint. Nope, something's missing. Oh, it's like a weird angle right there. Alright. This to that. Let's zoom in. This to that. And is that still a hole? That's... Nope, no it's not. It's a shadow. But just to make sure it's... Ooh. That says on the face. We'll see about that. That's a weird one right there. Are you still... You're still connected, man. What is going on? That whole cluster. In the meantime, we're gonna make it a group. No, oh, we're gonna make it a group, I say. We're going to get rid of the straight edges. Okay it. Gonna explode it. Oh, look at that, people. We still got a few weirdos like this guy right here. He goes bye-bye. But this is what we're looking for. The underside of the model. Essentially, this is what we're going to end up making. Like, this is what we're going to end up making. Right? When it prints, it'll look like this once we print it. No, correction, it won't look like this. It'll look similar to... No, yeah. This is what it's going to look like when we're done printing. How much space is between that? Is that barely a freaking... God. It's not even half. Anyway. But this is essentially what it's going to look like. Then we're going to do... Let me do something real quick. Nope. Edit, undo. Sorry. There we go. Ugh. Let me undo again. I just want to bring this up to there. There we go. So it has his eye, but there's no risk of the nose being broken off. Yeah, so what we gotta do is worry about this. But in all honesty, this is what we need. That's it. That's all we need. Just the underside of it. You got these stray little weirdos right here. Get rid of you, get rid of you. Just freaking floating triangles everywhere. Oh, there we go. We got a chunk. Once again, I'm drawing lines to like figure out where these freaking segments are causing me problems. Hey, bloop, be gone. Nope. There we go. Bam, baby. Bam, baby. Bam, baby. Bam. What are you? Why are you this little weird thing sticking out of here? Did I just delete something? I did. There. Oh my god. Guys. Oh my god. File save. And fix. Ooh. We got a few stragglers here. Oh, gotta explode it first. Explode. We just delete that. Rotate. Just floating chunks. Delete that. I believe. I'm sure there's like little things here and there I'm not even seeing, but I wanna say we did it. Let's seal this up. Okay. All legs are accounted for. Let's make it into a group. Okay. Tools. Inspector. It says that there's some small stuff that's wrong. Oh, it's like... Wait a minute. Is it on the back or is it on the underside? I'm not looking at. Oh, it's on the leg. Right? Is that what I'm looking at right about here? Tool. It's there and something on the inside. Try again. Oh, it's you and you. Okay. Explode. Let's take a look right here. It's way up. Oh, there we go. We have... Wait, are you a hole or you're just... No, you're just... Reverse face? Oh, you're just a reverse face. Okay. Let me make sure I didn't... Yeah, that was it. You just... Sometimes... Nope. It was a hole. Doot. It was a hole. I was going to say, sometimes it's just our faces reversed. Nope. We were looking straight down to the bottom. Yep, now you can see. Now you can see the lines on the inside. Okay. Why are you missing? What the hell's going on here? Oh, don't do this to me. Oh, I hate when it does this. Edit, undo. Let me just click this first. Delete that. Redo. Oh, and now everything else is acting funky. Nope, nope. Edit, undo. That is off by some reason. Come on, zoom in slowly, please. For the love of God, zoom in slowly. Slowly. He is off by something, and I can't tell by what. Like, yeah, I don't even see any geometry that would help me. If I do this, it's gonna freaking... Okay, some geometry is off over here. What if I... Can I delete this thing? Nope, 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 nope. Can I just delete that? And then we could... No, come on. Jeez, like, I'm just... It's like when your mouse sensitivity is way too high. Okay, let me collect that first, then connect that. Yeah, something. Something that's like, some line is off on like a microscopic level, and I just don't know what it is. Oh, come on. I'm sorry, guys. My mouse is just like acting up now. Now it's like we're gonna do some silly stuff. There it goes. Man, that was annoying. Once again, microscopic level. Like when this thing 3D prints, it ain't gonna even care about that. What was the other thing? There was something else around here. Ugh. I think it was like right there on the arm, wasn't it? Make group. Tools. Inspector. Fix all. See, the inspector says it's fine. Ah, but not this inspector. Inspector number 1. There be a hole in the ship. No, they're not. There'll just be a reverse face on the ship. Yeah, okay. Make group. Still says there's something wrong. Oh, did it just undo it again? Oh, you know what? There we go. Now that it has solid lines on it. Reverse the face. Nope. Click away. I'm gonna delete that. delete that again. There we go. I think it had multiple faces on it. I had multiple faces, and each face was like, am I forward? Am I reverse? What am I? I'm just being silly. Solid group. Says it on the screen. It is a solid group. File. Save. Look at that. Solid freaking group. God. Took us freaking 8, 9, 10. Took us 3 hours to freaking get a solid group. But that's our bug. And now we're going to take that nonsense, copy paste it, put him all the way over here. That way I know it's him. Gonna take this one, scoot over for a minute. We're gonna do take the rectangle tool. Make it 40 by 40. Looks rectangular until I turn it. I'm gonna grab this. That is not what I'm meant to do. I'm gonna grab this guy. Center him just enough. We're gonna take this guy. Raise him up. Let me see if right there is 13. Let's make it 16. I'm gonna select him. Gonna minus our boy. Right? The cube is solid. It starts off solid. And now we're going to select both. Or rather, what we're going to do is subtract. Subtract one solid from a second solid. So we're going to click that. The bad thing is it deleted it. I want to redo that. So it's not subtract. Subtract like deletes it. Was it intersect? I always forget. Tools. Give me a second. Solid tools. Split. Split. From him. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it away. I present to you, the viewer, our mold ready for 3D printing. Bam, baby. Bam. This is our 3D printed mold, ready to go. Now, given all the effort we put into it, there shouldn't be any overhang. Remember, we sunk the legs in so much, like the arch of the legs, so there shouldn't be any overhang, anything weird, I'm hoping. I'm going to also... That's 34. Half of 34 is 17. Gonna go big. We're gonna go What is happening here? Sorry. Oh, I'm trying to do a circle, but it's not. There you go. Nope, that's not what I want to do. There's a group, right? This is a group. Good. I'm trying to make a circle. Doesn't want to make a circle for me. I'm essentially just trying to make a circle if I can actually trim this whole thing down. Let's make this a group. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So 34 across. Let's make it 17 and 17. So it's 18 and 18. That's 19. Gonna make it 20. Going to delete that. Going to delete that. Whoa! No. There we go. There we go. This one make it into a perfect little circle. Ready for 3D printing. So I'm going to do something really interesting here. 18.5. Good. I'm going to come on, don't be a jerk. Delete, delete, thank you. Why is that lower than it should be? Why are you doing this to me? Center, thank you. Delete. Delete. Just give me the center of this, please. No! See what I mean about not grouping it? That's what I wanted. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then that didn't come together for some reason. Why don't you want to work for me, man? Come on. There it is. Get rid of that. 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 Okay. That's what I want to... Still. It's still being a jerk. Don't know why it's being a jerk. So what I'm trying to do is draw another ring on the edge of this, and then I'm going to drop it down a pinch. It makes it easier. If you ever look at models, like, basically it makes it easier to cut through the Play-Doh. Doesn't want to cooperate though. But we're going to know what, guys? We did it. This is it. This is the main thing right here. Why it doesn't want to cooperate, I can't tell you. Because this isn't a group, so it should be like latching right onto whatever lines I draw on it. So we do that. So you see that, right? Like it's a little... The fact that the line's disappearing, there's like a micro... There are micro problems in this that won't allow me to draw another circle around it. Just, it is what it is. Oh! I'm an idiot, though. I'm an absolute idiot. There's one thing I could do. There is an offset tool. That's 3. .5. It's not perfect, but if I do... Oh, because he was here. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Drop this down. 1, let's see, 3 millimeters. Let's take this and flip it. Nope, flip it. Make group. Whatever. It says the group. It says it is. It says it's not a solid group. Doesn't matter for printing. It does not matter for printing. This is what we wanted. This is what we needed. This is what we got. Save. We are officially, well, for now, I say we're done for this. But there is one last test. Right? So first, file. We're going to save again, just in case. Delete. Delete. File. Export 3D model. There's an STL. Undo, undo, just in case. Alright guys. We're gonna open up our slicer. We're not gonna print. We are gonna open up our slicer. We're gonna see how it looks in the slicer. I use Cura. It's not showing you right now, but I use Cura. Q-U-R-A. Cura. I'm just gonna drop it in there and see how it looks. Preview. Stand by. Stand by, yo. Did I minimize you? Did I minimize you, girl? There you go. Aw, it won't show Cura. I guess some things don't show up. But essentially, let me tell you right now. 3D model looks perfect in Cura. No noticeable issues. It is very pretty, and when it is time to print, yo, the song's going a little off key all of a sudden. Oh, when it is time to print, it only takes an hour apparently, and we did it. Oh my God! It took me all freaking night. Took us all freaking night. But there she is. We have our group model, which is labeled as a solid. And then we have our kind of cookie cutter model, which is not labeled as a solid. Once again, when things collide, there's always some micro change. But none of it is a problem, though. It doesn't have to be an actual solid to be printed. Sometimes a 3D printer just says, screw it, and ignores everything else. Oh my God. Freaking 3 hours, plus more than 3 hours. Actually, it's almost 3.5 hours. The first 20 minutes, I was just talking about a program you guys couldn't even see. But there it is. That is the reverse. And there is one thing that's kind of weird in the 3D model. Right here, where it touches the nose, it looks like it might have some trouble printing that. Like it's kind of merging this with the nose. I'm not sure what the final print's gonna look like. Like how that hole. I'm not sure if we're gonna get this exact hole. The hole might come all the way down to the actual base. I have to double check. I'll visually double check that later. But it looks like everything else works because once again, a 3D printer. It's a 3D printer. And this thing is, once again, this thing is gonna go to a 3D printer, but it's micro. It looks big here. You think every one of these details are going to show up. It's not. It's going to be really simplified. There it is. Once again, if I had gone into Blender and just sculpted this, it might have gone a lot faster. I mean, I could have sculpted it faster. I don't know how to do the reverse. I don't know how to get the measurements just right. So I don't know what certain details would work in a 3D printer. That's especially a PLA. I use PLA. But that is it. We are done with this one. The next one is going to be these guys. Don't know if you can see them that well. There we go. It's a little cluster of eggs. It's gonna be a little cluster of eggs. That's the next one. Much more simple. Hopefully, much more simple. And that's that. I'm gonna shut down. I'm gonna hit save again. I'm gonna shut down this freaking 3D program. Boop. It is gone. Gone! To hell with you. To hell with you. That was my bad Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anyway, thank you guys for dropping in. Thank you, Red. Thank you, Flores. Thank you, Green9610. If you want to get more followers. But I guess I wonder if a bot counts as a unique chat. If it does, it helps out anyway. But that is it. I'm going to continue working on this project. Whether or not I'm going to be streaming it, probably not. I don't know. Probably not streaming this part. You know, the actual sculpting part. I know it's kind of boring. As much as I could talk all through it, but like watching me struggle, if you're a sadist and I'm a masochist, then it works out. So unless you're a sadist, I don't know if that works out. Intern will probably still be playing his new obsession, which is Cuphead. Keep an eye out for that, because I still usually do art streams on the weekends. Trying to get back into it. The art streams are still trying to be. The art streams are trying to be back on a schedule of Sunday nights at 8, roughly 2 to 3 hours. But the intern just tends to stream whenever he wants. I'm trying to talk him out of that. You know, I'm trying to be on a schedule, but whatever. It keeps him busy. You're going to see this on Twitch for about a week. All streams are saved permanently over on YouTube at D.A. Burgos Art, The Burgos Art. Check out my, just for laughs, go check out my website, theburgosart.com. It is slowly growing more and more. If you want to see a nice, clean collection of a few portfolios I have. If you want to see works in progress, that is Instagram. I spread them out. The works in progress, I put them on Instagram, put them on Twitter, put them on Blue Sky. Instagram, though, is definitely a much bigger hub for just projects one after another. You can see the outcome of these pieces, of these 3D models. You're going to see the outcome of these on there. General chatter, that's Blue Sky, that's Twitter. Older works, check out my DeviantArt page, and I believe that is it. Yeah, guys, we're getting back into it. Getting back into the art streams. So once again, guys, I am Dante. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you